I'm here today to remember those members of my family who were lost in the Holocaust. I never met my mother's father. He was taken from a ghetto in Częstochowa, Poland, and died in a concentration camp towards the end of the war. I first knew about him when I saw his picture at my grandmother's house in Israel. I'm here for David, the grandfather I never knew. I'm here for David and for all my family members on my mother and my father's side who died in the Holocaust. And in coming here for them, I'm here too for the 6 million Jews who died and all the other victims of Nazi persecution and all of those who've been the victims of genocide and crimes against humanity. We honor their memory, we remember their persecution and their suffering, and we say never again. We are here because memory is the best guardian of liberty. The responsibility of remembrance, teaching, and vigilance grows heavier still on our generation as the number of survivors decline. We abhor and reject anti-Semitism and all forms of prejudice and vow to fight it wherever it rears its head. We are here not just because of what happened, but why it happened. The terrible idea that those who do not share our faith, our race, our ideology, do not share our humanity. The proposition which for thousands of years, in places all around our world, has brought unspeakable grief and suffering. We are here to affirm our rejection of this hatred. And I'm here for one other reason too. And that lies in the theme of this year's commemoration, journeys. So many journeyed to their death during the Holocaust. I think today of 3 journeys that members of my family made. The first journey is of my father and his father, walking 100 kilometers from Brussels to Ostend on May 16th, 1940, on one of the last boats out of Belgium, and they came to Britain. The second journey is of my father's sister and their mother in August 1942, when they took a journey to a small Belgian village, Montigny, where they were sheltered for the rest of the Nazi occupation by a Belgian farmer, Monsieur Vos, and his wife, Louisa. Their only relationship had been because they had both been sellers at a market in Belgium. And that family, the Vos family, would go on during the Second World War to protect and save 17 members of my family. And I'm here too to mark a third journey of my mother, my aunt, and my grandmother, which saw them go through terrible hardship, separation, but eventually saw them saved by a Catholic family, the Sitkowskis, in Warsaw. These journeys were all born of the most incredible fear, but produced hope and salvation. And they speak to something even more powerful than terror and hate that we remember today. They speak to compassion, to courage, and to humanity. The compassion of a country that sheltered my dad and his. The courage of that Belgian farmer and his family who saved so many members of my family at huge personal risk to themselves. And the humanity of the Sitkowski family that sheltered my mother. I'm only alive because of this compassion, courage, and humanity. And there is an expression in the Talmud, he who saves one single life, it is as if he has saved an entire world. I'm here to remember those who lost their lives and those who recognized our common humanity and saved an entire world. Today we carry their spirit forward to build a better, more peaceful world.